Nothing like the sound of Dr. Pepper filling a glass to start off the show.
Yeah.
The fucking show you are about to watch contains some fucking graphic adult content that a lot of you pussies will get offended by. The show is intended for adults with a fucking sense of humor. They like to say words like shit, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, ass, twat, balls, dick, bacon, butthole. So if that offends you, just leave now and fuck off. If the scenes and pictures that we talk about are offensive to you, eat a dick. We didn't make the movie. We are reviewing it. Calm the fuck down, Frog Tips. Now that you have properly fucking warned, sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up and enjoy the show.
I'm literally watching viewers drop.
Sometimes I hear the frog tits, sometimes I don't. It makes me laugh every time.
Bigfoot, undisputedly the world's most entertaining cryptid. Join the Reverend Jeff Kelly and your old pal Wes as they discuss the best and worst the media has to offer. Movies, books, TV shows, commercials, all on Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly.
Well, there you have it, people. That's an introduction, and I guess that makes me one of the hosts of this mess, Reverend Jeff. And with us, as always, over there is the other host of this mess, Sir Wesley Losner of Lounge. How are you doing, sir?
Hello, my people. How are we?
Oh my God, I'm literally watching. I'm literally listening to the disclaimer, just watching people drop as they're viewing. It's fabulous. Hey, look, if you can't get past the disclaimer warning you that we might say fuck on this show, then we really don't want you to watch because you're not our type of viewer. Not really the show for everybody, but sit back. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. This week, we're talking about Sasquatch Odyssey, and our boy Cameron Crawford Young just about had a nocturnal emission over this sucker when he saw we were going to do it. Yeah, that's right. If you don't know what that word is, Google it. You'll get a laugh. So Leslie picked it out of the YouTube lineup after a very intensive search, and we're going to be talking about Sasquatch Odyssey. Hey, don't forget to go on over to Facebook.com/AngelsDustSeasoning. And get your fix for all of your seasoning. No, seriously, this stuff is. I used the Angel's Nectar on some crock pot pork the other day, and I just about had saliva dripping in my lap. I mean, oh my goodness, does that crystallize, honey? Just make it so good. Anyhow, Angel's Dust Seasoning on Facebook. Search for it at Angel's Dust. It'll come up. Yeah, it's not the drug. I know it's weird. Great foundation behind it. Troy, the CEO of the company, is an awesome dude. When I say CEO, the guy's making like $8 a month on this right now. So don't think he's raking in the cash. Anyhow, Leslie, let's talk about Sasquatch Odyssey and the four horsemen. Oh yeah, of Bigfooting.
Yeah. It's too bad we don't have like music at that time. But yeah, so Cameron, I found it after all this time. He's been hitting us up. I remember one night to send us the DVDs. So we could watch it. He was like, I will ship them to you. I have 4. I will send you Batdorf one. But yeah, okay, so after a very long search, I did find it, and it starts off, but it's a little cut off, so I don't know what the fuck the quote said. So, but there's like this long quote from somebody in the very beginning. Someone's talking as you're reading this quote, but
then they never tell us who it is.
Yeah, the screen I saw, it was cut off on the right and the left, so you can't see what the fuck it was really saying. You only got the middle of it. But through there, you get like, as a guy's talking, and I think it's Drummer Boy, but we'll get to that. and Drummer Boy from the last
Yes,
show.
It
One
absolutely
we just
is.
did.
Cameron brought that up last week. As a matter of fact, after the show, the Drummer Boy is
Yeah.
in Sasquatch Odyssey too.
Yeah. So you're listening to this guy talk. They're going through scenery like a typical, like, you know, Biggie, you know, documentary. And then dude's talking and you see like they've got a guy in a suit creeping through, you know, their little wood scenery and everything. And then boom, you get Cameron's already sending me a photo and shit. But right off the bat, you get Peter Byrne and he's talking a little bit. And I'm thinking this shit started. Like, yeah, I'm already like stoked, you know. Cameron talked it up and it started good, you know. And then Peter Byrne, so I'm stoked. I like him, you know. And then right after that, you get Renee DeHinden talking, you know. And I'm gonna go through this quick for everyone because I got a lot of notes on this because it is an hour long. But I don't want to ruin it for you because what I'm gonna spoil right now is I like this, so I want you guys to watch it. So
yeah, we definitely want you. So if you haven't watched it yet, I put a link to it in the Squatchers Lounge on Facebook, facebook.com/SLounge, group/S-Lounge. And there's a link directly to this show there. I would stop watching this archive, go watch the documentary, and then come back.
Yeah. Or watch
because I've already got your view by now.
Go back, watch this, you know. But whatever.
Watch this twice on a different computer, you know, whatever.
You know, watch them at the same time. Get stoned. Get some angels dust. You know what I'm saying? So right after Renee DeHinden talking, you got John Green. And then after John Green, you're like already like, holy shit, I've got a Bigfoot boner. I've seen Peter Byrne, Renee DeHinden, John Green, and then they give you Grover Krantz too. And then so like you get this introduction to him and everything, and then so
I think they call that the Blumpkin.
Yeah.
In Nevada. I think you pay extra for that, Cotton. Yeah, I believe you do.
So from there, there's like a scene, you know, well, it's like a reenactment of the lady's talking, and you don't know her name or anything, and she's talking about a sighting that, you know, she saw a Bigfoot crossing the road, stuff like that, and
then they put a suit. They put a dude in a suit crossing the road, climbing up the hill. And I'm like, I kind of like that though.
Yeah, no, the way that it's reenacted, the whole way that this documentary flowed, it was good so far. And then they threw in a little fucking Biggie rock band playing some music and shit. And then you find out after they give you a little, you know, because in documentaries they jump, right? So that's why I sound like I'm fucking losing what I'm talking about here. I'm not, I swear. But so then you find out the lady talking, her name's Betty Unger. I don't know if I said that right. Unger.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Unger. You got to give it a little. But so she was the one talking about her sighting and everything. So then from there, you go on, and I think, you know, they, in between these things, they're going to show Biggie walking through trees, and, you know, there's going to be music. Someone's going to like talk or something for a little bit, but you're not going to see him. And then you'll get like where we go right here with John Green. And he made a good point right at this moment about something, and I don't fucking remember what he fucking said. It just says he made a really good point right here. He said something. I don't know what the fuck he said, but the fucking third time you see John Green, he fucking makes a good point. Cameron probably knows what I'm fucking talking about. He'll quote it in about fucking 2 minutes. So then right from there, they cut to a guy barking and howling. It's just a guy. He's just standing there, and he's just barking and howling. He's like,
no reason.
Like, well, okay, cool, you know. And then fucking from there, it's this fucking crazy ass fucking lady, and she's talking about Bigfoots from fucking Mercury, and I forget what the fuck other planet she's fucking talking about. And then they fucking had the I put him down as Wacky Woo guy because this guy was talking.
Leprosy, metaphytis, syphilitis.
The guy with the glasses.
Encephalitis. I know that's an STD. Whatever the hell. Like leprosy STD guy is what I called him. I can never remember leprosy. He has a real name. It's like Hank Winslow or some crap. But
I don't know what the fuck. But I just put Wacky Woo guy. That fuck man. He was nuts. And then John Green, they cut to John Green. And this is what I love about this fucking documentary. Every time that they're going to fucking show fucking some woo person talking, they cut to fucking one of the fucking four horsemen saying, like, fuck these guys, basically. That's what I got out of what John Green was saying. He didn't say fuck it, because he's a fucking respectable man. He's not like me. I'm grimy and fucking retarded. But so fucking from there they cut and it's another woo guy and he's talking about, I don't know, fucking Bigfoot twinkling in bright light and shit, like the Twilight fucking things. And
the Bigfoot, it can go invisible when it wants to. It can it can control your mind when it wants to.
He talks to me from fucking miles away. He was saying that, and that's when Renee DeHinden came in and he's all, fuck what this guy's saying. And he talks, he has 100-something sightings in his brain.
It's like, who cares if he has 326 or probably by now 500 encounters in his mind with the Sasquatch? It's like saying you have 125 sexual encounters but never been laid.
Yeah. Oh man.
I only cared about the Bigfoot in the woods, Yeah. I mean, dude, Renee DeHinden was a pimp. Dude lived in a 10-foot steel piece of crap trailer, went out and recycled lead shot from friggin' shotgun shells just so he could chase Bigfoot around. Where Peter Byrne had the pocketbook of Tom Slick until he died. So, and that whole thing was like, why was that even in the documentary? Why was it like, hey, Peter Byrne rode around the world with Tom Slick and they were womanizing and they were drinking and they were partying? It's like, what did that have to do with anything? I don't know. Maybe they were saying they were lovers because, Tom Slick had a bunch of women all over the world. Did he have a bunch of men too?
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, I can't say that about Peter Byrne. That's horrible. Peter Byrne, I apologize.
Yeah.
Because somebody's gonna show him that now. Somebody's gonna track this down and go, did you see that guy just suggested about you? Oh my goodness. God. Yes, Reverend John is the character I play on YouTube. Thank you for participating in satire. Anyhow, God
really,
bless it.
I'm sorry. Takes that helmet off. It's all he's a skinny,
I look like a
little Asian man.
Haven't you seen Total Recall?
Yeah. He takes that all off.
1 week. 1 week.
The reactor. Anyways, so some
Get to the chopper.
Some woo fairy starts talking about spaceships and Bigfoot and Byrne.
What does Renee come back with? The Hindu comes back with, I don't, oh no, I'm sorry, it was Green. He's like, yeah, I don't like to try and explain one mystery by introducing another mystery. And it's like, yes, sir, thank you, Mr. Green. I very much appreciate that. Bigfoot is fantastical enough without introducing anything else to it. But to just, as soon as you give it one more thing that it needs to be, like mind speak or cloaking, tell me, if a Bigfoot can cloak and one of its hair falls out while it's cloaked, is that hair still cloaked? Does each individual hair have its own cloaking device? How exactly does that work?
Magic from Leprechauns.
I believe this is magic. I'm sorry. I'm a child of the 70s.
Mr. Potter.
Mr. Potter. How can you have any pudding if you haven't finished your meat? Vegetarians must be pissed. They've never tasted pudding.
Right? Because they've never eaten their meat.
That's right.
So
well, pudding has gelatin in it anyhow, so you don't want any pudding.
So Green has said fuck Woo. DeHinden has said fuck Woo. Who's the other guy?
Peter Byrne is like, I'll take whoever's money's paying me.
Yeah, but he says fuck Woo. You get that hint of, believe me, if he was here right now, he'd say, yeah.
Yeah,
roll a joint, but yeah, let's fucking fuck Woo.
I don't know. He was just hanging out with the boosters out there on Bigfoot in Beachfoot.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean,
like I said, I think he'll say yes to anybody as long as they've got some money for him.
Yeah.
We know a couple of other Bigfooters that are like that.
A lot. But so there's like Biggie running around again, for a little bit, and then they talk with Robert Pyle. And he is like 100% real, I forget who the hell that guy was anyway. So I don't know what to say much about that guy. But then there's like
confused with Lloyd Pye. Lloyd Pye, everything I've ever said was wrong. Don't listen to that guy.
No, this guy's name was Robert Pyle, not Pye. But what the fuck was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there's like 2 seconds of like this like. I'm going to be PC and say special needs kid riding a bike. I don't understand why they saw that, but it wasn't like 2 seconds. It was probably like 3 or 4, it was a little bit longer because, I mean, they show this kid like riding his bike in the alleyway, and it's like maybe Cameron can explain that one to me. I don't understand. But they did that for like a small bit to kill like a few seconds of time in their documentary, I guess.
Yeah, there were a couple of the womanizing and the going around the world was unneeded. There were quite a few little 30-second blurbs in this show that they could have just done without.
But they just wanted to show that drama between the 4 guys,
Well, and then it came down to they started to talk about what the root of all that division between them was, and DeHinden didn't see a need to kill it, where everybody else was like, yeah, fuck it, we kind of need one on the table, especially Krantz. Krantz was like, I don't give a fuck if it's the last one on Earth. If you don't document that it was here, it didn't exist. So just letting it run around out there does nobody any good. You see one, you shoot it, you bring it in. Now we know it's here. Now we can document it and say, we were right and you were wrong. La-di-da-di-doo-doo. But there did get that big division. DeHinden was also kind of seemed to be a bit butthurt that, Peter Byrne was, he was funded. And even Peter Byrne said, I went out and asked people for $3 million and got it. And just played Bigfoot guy for years and years. I mean, what was it, a decade he ran 1-800-BIGFOOT? It's fucking crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so there was like from here in the documentary, like every now and then when they're cutting in between people talking, they start showing this like freak monkey man monster movie.
It's got a couple of those. Yeah, I was like, damn, we need to track some of those down and do some reviews on them. Man. They look like fun. One of them was We've Done though, the snow creature.
Yeah, I remember that one. And then Byrne is talking during them showing scenes from that movie and everything, and then you hear from Jim Hastings in his sighting, and I don't remember what he fucking saw.
Was that the one that was stinking and he couldn't explain the smell of it?
I think so.
Peter Byrne's walking with him and he's like, there's a lot of people that experience the smell with these creatures and they're not really able to put their finger on how it smells. And I'm like, well, yeah, I can put my finger on that. It kind of smells like baby shit wrapped in Thai food, kind of with 2-day-old Mexican that's been left out for 36 hours on top of it.
And then you
Wrapped
rub it all over
in a wet
some
dog.
old balls.
Right. Then you rub it all over some old balls and put it on the back of a wet dog and let it run through the forest, because that's what it smells like. I mean, it literally burns your nostrils as though it's a warning. It's the best thing. It's the best way I can explain it. It almost, I swear, that smell feels like a skunk. Like, you smell that skunk smell, you get the fuck up out of Dodge. I think if you smell this Bigfoot skunk smell, you're supposed to like beat feet too. So, yeah, scary shit.
Right?
Literally.
What if they do emit a fucking like fart spray?
Well, there are other monkeys that poop and throw it at you. So
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Sasquatch might not be throwing rocks at you.
What if Sasquatch like gives it a little tilt and just? Or what if when he farts it's a whoop, or it sounds like a knock?
Whoop.
What if when Bigfoot farts it's a knock, and then if you get close to where that knock was, you smell it? Because sometimes they linger. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if your aunt had balls, she'd be your uncle.
So, fuck. So there's this scene where Renee DeHinden's talking. I love this fucking documentary because you see a lot of Renee DeHinden in it. But he says, if I saw it, I wouldn't even believe my own eyes anyways. Like he'd still, he explained all that and everything, but you're going to have to fucking watch it, so fuck you.
yeah. We're not here to tell you everything about it. We're just here to hit highlights.
And then he got into talking about how he started, and I thought that was really fucking cool. And then it got into how Byrne got started, and he, talked about his $3 million and partying.
All right. Hey, why don't we take this moment to give some shout outs to people hanging out in the live chat room out there. There's a whole bunch of people out there. Let's see who's hiding out there. We've got Mr. Dave Stump. How you doing, buddy? Star Shine.
Star Shine. Dave Jackson.
Montesino, not to be mistaken with
Jackson.
Monteseo. Yeah, Mr. Sam Rivera, how you doing? Dave Jackson's in the house. That's
Sam
right.
Rivera Jackson.
That's right. Dinah
Jackson.
Good God. Dinah Massa Answer. Yeah, Dinah. I can't. Lancer.
We'll call him
Dynamat Lancer. I don't know. I'm dyslexic. There's too many friggin' letters there. Dean Cooper, how you doing? Hey, there's my favorite rum, James Dalrymple. Give me a shot of that James Dalrymple. Call it with a Coke chaser, please. Hey, Rod Dupree.
In the place to be.
That's right. Your Hobo Man 5, spelled all ghetto. That's right. How you doing? Let's see here. Who else is? Cameron Young's in the house, of course. Let's see here.
Cameron Jackson.
There's a bunch of more people in here, I'm sure, that are muster. Yes, we begin. Oh, Kin. It's good to see that you are out there.
Did you know Gin translated is Dave Jackson?
Dave Jackson, is it really? Yeah, let's see here. Mr. Lipton Times of JCM. That's right. Jevin Moore, our Jesus Christ of Monterey Bay. He's floating around out there as well. And I think that's about it. So if you're out there and you haven't put a comment in the box, I can't say hi to you, so that's not my fault. Everybody else has been spoken to. How y'all doing? Let's make sure that Kyle. Hi, Kyle. Kyle Moreau. California Pickens out there as well. Fred Hepburn. How you doing? I think I got everybody. Dynamite Lancer. Yeah, I know what Dynamite is, and I know what a Lancer is, but I don't think those two words should ever go together. Let's see.
I like my cars.
I like my cars like I like my women, loose, loud, and jiggly.
A little bit of rattle in the trunk.
That's right. I like the trunk to rattle just a bit. You can keep your dynamite, sir. I like my trunks to rattle. All right, so let's get back to the show.
I don't even remember where we are.
We were talking
So
about how
John
they got their
Green-
start. Peter Byrne was
Yeah.
excavating, escorting. He was escorting Tom Slick around the world on Tom Slick's. Now, if people don't know, Tom Slick also funded Loch Ness Monster chases, Mongolian death worms. Probably not, but anything monster related in the world while Tom Slick had his money, he sent people after it. And, so Bigfoot was one of those things. Yeti, they went after Loch Ness Monster. They probably went after the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Who knows?
Bokele Mbembe. So John Green and his wife were chilling in, I think, California, saw some tracks, and they show some, reenactments, I think is what it was. I don't know if it was actual footage. But they show pictures and shit like that too. And then Byrne talks about that whole smuggling the finger of the Yeti or the abominable snowman and having fucking Jimmy Stewart do it or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was some actor. It might have been Jimmy Stewart. I want to think it was might have been Houdini. Houdini was a crazy fucker. He was a spy. I don't know.
It was Stewart. Something Stewart.
Was it Jimmy Stewart?
Yeah. Something
Crazy
Stewart.
bastard.
Cameron will tell you.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Jimmy Stewart, and I'm going to steal your Yeti finger. That's right. And I'm going to Can I see your Yeti finger? Oh, you don't have a Yeti finger. That's because somebody stole it.
Can I smuggle it in my bum?
Can I keister it back to the United States?
Green talks about early days of squatching and shit like that, and man, sad he's gone, man. That's some
Todd
cool
Prescott
stories.
Ted Prescott is putting a lot of John Green stuff out to the wild that hasn't been out there before, and it's on his YouTube channel. And a lot of these interviews and stuff that have never been heard before are actually coming out now. So it's sad that he's gone, but it's cool that he left his remnants to somebody who can organize it, digitalize it, and put it online for all of us to enjoy now. Because otherwise it would have just gone in some box in somebody's attic and went, well, there's Bigfoot. Yep. And all of John Green's stuff would have been gone. His database is online as well. If you search for it, you can actually download the entire database if you're one of those people and could possibly do something with it. I'm not one of those people.
I had a little voice in my ear telling me that, yes, it was Jimmy Stewart.
That's right. Your conscience was telling you it's Jimmy Stewart.
Yes. My little
He
conscious...
finally woke up from his 7-day bong rip. He's finally awake again.
It's funny that he sounds like Cameron Young.
This just in, it was Jimmy Stewart.
So from there,
is he our Jiminy Cricket?
Yeah, and then fucking Drummer Boy, who isn't he fucking Canadian? I don't know what the fuck he is, but Drummer Boy starts like the way that he fucking is talking. He's talking about how the Four Horsemen hated each other and shit like that, but then he goes, well, the Canadians, like he hated all the Canadians. I love Canadians, man. They're dope, you know?
Me too. I love Canada. Canada, it's like America's hat.
But fuck, man. That, like Drummer Boy, the way he said it, I was just like, fuck this guy.
Well, they didn't always hate each other because there are pictures of everybody but Krantz down at Louse Camp. Krantz was the only one that, well, I never really felt the need to go to the site because I already deemed it real. So since I'm the Jesus, since I'm your Jesus Christ of Bigfooting, it's real in the scientific community because Krantz said so.
I know.
And that's the way he did everything. He matter-of-facted everything. I've blessed it, so it's so. Look, I've even drawn in the toes. That's right.
This is where Byrne talks about Slick being a ladies' man, and then Burn walks in the woods and like hides behind trees and starts like telling you like this is what a Bigfoot
That was a cool
does.
demonstration of what of what he thinks a Bigfoot does too. Is how he took like 1,000 reports but never saw a Bigfoot. Poor guy. He was always there like a day late and $1 short.
Right. Well, you got to hang over.
That's right.
But then they showed this old Krantz video that's in like every like early Bigfoot documentary of Krantz.
Oh yeah, I was just talking about and if you look at this individual, he was deformed. I've even taken the liberty of drawing in the bone structure for everyone because I'm smarter than you. I mean, that's literally what that sounded like to me. I'm so intelligent that I can foresee without an x-ray machine exactly how the bones were situated in this animal's foot because I'm a doctor and you're not.
Yeah.
I swear, that was the thing with Krantz. If you just add, because I'm a doctor and you're not, to the end of everything, that's how he acted.
So, fuck you is what I'd add
I'm getting,
at the end of it.
I'm getting a Coke because I'm a doctor and you're not. You know, I mean, everything he did was like that. I'm going to not smoke a cigarette because I'm a doctor and you're not. I've come from the laboratory because I'm a doctor and you're not.
Come in a laboratory.
Ma'am cannons.
And I wasn't a doctor, Chris. But anyways, so Green shows casts of a bear double step that he, got a cast of and everything from there. And then Renee explains the whole physical evidence thing and what you need and everything like that. And he goes on. And then Renee shows like some why was I about to say it like that? Some fake casts. That's when he was showing those big old fake ones. And
this lady from Illinois made this cast and sent it into her anthropology doctor and fooled him because he was an asshole to her while she was in his class. I mean, that's pretty much what they said. It was like, he treated her like shit, so she's proved to him that she could fake it. Because he endorsed it and said it was 100% legit. Which, there are some claims out there that somebody has, the fucking London trackway turns out. I wish somebody would like shit or get off the pot on the London trackway. It's been years since we've heard it. Last we heard was, it might be fake now. I don't know. Yeah, we've only spent hundreds of hours fucking with this thing, but it might be fake. So I wish somebody would just get off the fucking fence and is the London trackway legit? Was it not legit? Who's behind it? Fuck the bullshit. I'm tired of this. We'll just let shit, fart in the wind for a while. Years. Anyhow.
Yeah. Shit. Fuck that.
Because I'm a doctor and you're not.
So Drummer Boy, fucking dumb shit Drummer Boy starts talking about Ape Canyon. And they tell the story different. And I remember Cameron was saying something. And I remember hearing something about that. And then they told the story wrong, I think. Right, Cameron? He's going to pop up in a fucking second right now. But, so then from there, they show this, like, jazzercise guy talking. And I call him jazzercise guy because he's, like, in these tiny little, like, fucking 1970s basketball shorts. So they're above the knee. And he's in this, like, I'm a big guy, so I can talk about big guys. He's a big dude, and he's in this tiny-ass blue tank top with a fucking red beanie. Like, what the fuck are you on, bro? And he's talking about shit, and fucking they go on this, like, bone hunt. How, nobody's ever done that. And I called these guys, I put in parentheses, the Murica boys, because they just were just big, burly white guys just in, like, fucking shorts. Like,
I'm medically obese, but I'm going to fucking eat some more anyhow. Fuck it.
Hey,
Murica. That's the way it goes.
America.
I'm
Hey,
there. I'm right there.
America, I'm
That's
America guy,
They
right
were
here.
digging
I
for
mean, look at me.
biological material that was covered up in the hot ass ash fall of Mount St. Helens. There is no biological material because it was so hot, dipshit. It burnt everything. That's what lava does. It burns through shit. Because I'm a doctor and you're not.
You're not. So, one of the friends of the fucking jazzercise guy starts talking about fucking cat food and trying to lure Bigfoot in with cat food and shit.
You know, and I thought
think that was like a
I'm thinking to
Bubbles
myself,
moment or something.
this is exactly where 90% of all Bigfooters fail. They roll up to their Bigfoot spot and they roll out their trailer and they try to get Bigfoot to come to. Have you ever found a track there? Nah. Have you ever seen one there? Nah. Are there any stories of them being there? Nah. Fuck, it just looked like a squatchy place. Look, if you haven't found tracks, don't expect much. That's all I can tell you. If you haven't found tracks of the animal you're looking for, don't expect much from where you're at. That's the best advice I can give for you. Find some tracks first.
Yeah.
Then you can park your RV. Why am I looking at your pussy again?
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Well, fix your pussy. There, it's fixed.
Yeah. Magic. I don't know what the fuck happened. My phone like went black for a second, so it was weird. Anyway, sorry, people. So Drummer Boy starts talking about the Patty film, and then Renee starts talking about the Patterson Gimlin film, and then Green gives you the run through on it and basically tells you, yeah, this shit's real. If anything's real, this shit's real. And so they had this fucking FX guy that worked on the X-Files. I forget his name, but he was one of those, like, fucking... He looked like a magician on the Las Vegas Strip. I mean, he had the fucking curly mustache and the fucking weird red leather Matrix fucking jacket and shit. He was weird as fuck, but then he looks at it for like 2 seconds and he's like, man in suit. You know? So then Byrne, he says no, Patterson wasn't even capable of putting something like this on and everything.
Well, you know, was he
Winston.
Was he trying to say that Patterson was a Gump? I mean, was he trying to put Patterson in like the Gump IQ level? Because I mean, Patterson was a cowboy. He was not a learned man. I want to think he was Ricky with a with a gun and a video recorder down there looking for fucking for Sasquatch.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't think that, you know, he's definitely not a college educated man. I mean, he was a simple dude. Where do these people think that the kingpin lynch mob of hoaxes would have come from? A simple type dude. It's tough to see Renee DeHinden having enough intelligence to be able to pull off a Bigfoot hoax, even after all the information he had on it. Because, well, let's just face it, he wasn't, you know,
probably could have faked tracks.
Right, he probably could have faked tracks, but an actual sighting, I think he would have failed like everybody else.
Yeah. You never know. He was a gangster. He could have done it.
Gangster. He was the original G.
So, yeah, after Burns says it basically wasn't capable and fucking... This is the dopest scene. You get Renee DeHinden basically doing the patty walk. And he's explaining the whole, like, being hunched over and the weight and everything. So then there's a Todd, and we all know how I feel about Todds. Because you shouldn't be a Todd, Todd. Ever since fucking Dear God No. Can't get that out of my head. I love that movie. But, so there's a Todd, and he says it's real. I think his last name is Geary, but he's a Todd, so... guilty by name. Anyways, then there's Gordon, the mustache guy, and he talks a few more times, but I call him mustache guy because he had a big ass mustache, and he's talking for a bit, and I don't remember what the fuck he says, so you're gonna have to watch and find out. And then this is where they cut to Byrne, and he's like, so what if the Patterson-Gimlin film's a hoax? I've talked to hundreds of, real-ass people that fucking had legit-ass sightings, so screw the fucking Patterson-Gimlin film, basically, is what he was saying. He'd still go on his search, And then Byrne talks to a guy in the desert. I don't know what the fuck he was talking to. A guy's sighting, but like full on, you see cactuses. You see a lot of fucking like clay orange fucking dirt. And I don't think there's a big hairy fucking ape man, fucking Neanderthal walking around in the desert of wherever the fuck they were, because holy shit, that shit. I started sweating watching that scene. It looked so hot, and they were talking about this guy saw a Bigfoot. I didn't understand that. So then there's this Sasquatch symposium or whatever from there, and I don't remember where the fuck it was, but I think this is the symposium where Krantz was talking, and then DeHinden interrupts him and starts going off on him, and that's when like the group in the fucking crowd or whatever gets told by, I guess, one of the hosts of the fucking things. Like, everybody gets told to shut up and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Shut up, fucker.
So then little drummer boy comes in, because I think he's like the fucking narrator of the documentary, and he talks about the Four Horsemen, and then DeHinden basically talks about idiots and why he doesn't want to be involved with anyone in the Bigfoot.
I don't even want to talk to
This is
anybody
another
anymore.
reason why I love him, because I like what he says. He says, you know what? Let's fucking find it before we discuss its fucking habits, and let's fucking find the fucking thing before we can see if it fucking can zap you with its mind or shit like that.
Let's just find the damn thing before we figure out what other abilities.
Before we argue about what to call it, before we argue if it's ape or man, let's fucking find it. I love that. That's my fucking look on it. Like, just find the fucking thing, and then we'll go from there. But anyways, yeah, that's fucking funny little scene. And then everyone fucking basically is going back and forth. They're cutting to Green and Byrne and everyone talking, and like Renee said something to fucking Krantz, like, you've never been to the fucking film site, so you don't even know, like he's trying to explain to him and everything, and then there was like some kind of little argument right there that they filmed, and I don't know what the fuck that was. Just like someone's footage of them recording the fucking
Renee DeHinden was famous for interrupting Krantz in the middle of his talk at these Bigfoot symposiums. So much so that Dr. Meldrum thought it was okay for him to interrupt Renee when he was doing his talk at a different Bigfoot conference. That's right. I mentioned the Meldrum. I literally, if you're going to refer to Krantz, you need to refer to him as Dr. Krantz. He's not here to defend himself. And that was right then. The first time I saw that from Meldrum, I was like, that guy's a douchebag. That guy's a douchebag. He's not our friend. He's in it for something else. He's a douchebag. And I was right.
The Meldrum.
Anyhow. The Meldrum.
So then from there,
my baby cock with that.
So from there, the drummer boy starts talking about everybody's beef between the pro kill and the no kill, and DeHinden says, "Go fucking go fuck yourself." Basically, Krantz says, "Kill them all." He wants them all dead. Byrne. After this is what I fucking love this. All right, because you got fucking whatchamafucks saying, go fuck yourself, don't kill him. Then Krantz is saying, kill them all. And then Byrne starts talking about fucking elephants taking a fucking long time to decay. And I'm like, I don't know if I missed like the fucking entryway into that conversation, but I'm pretty sure it
Why
cut
no bodies, why no bones is what the entry, the segue into that was.
Yeah, I didn't
and he was
fucking
actually
see
saying that in 3 or 4 days, an elephant will disappear in the jungle, and that is true for the most part.
And I must have just fucking looked down or was writing and then looked up and then just heard that, and I was like, "That's the next thing to go with. That's awesome." But yeah, so Dahinden's talking about fucking, you know, if he found the body, what he would do, and how science would be probably the last person that would end up seeing the body, because he said, "Fuck it, let's be real. You know, I'm gonna make some money off of this shit too. So fuck you." I like that shit. He was straight up. So then fucking Krantz basically says, "You know, fuck Bigfooting. You know, I started doing this shit and it's been a headache ever since." And I'm like, "All right, Krantz, you're cool right there." But then fucking Drummer Boy, fucking, he's like in love with Grover. Right? There's this scene where Drummer Boy fucking has total orgasm for Grover Krantz. And like, you literally see it.
He's like Stewie from friggin' Family Guy, thinking about killing Lois for a moment.
Oh, he gets all red and smiley and has this little smirk on his face, and he's just talking about Grover. That dude's excited for Grover Krantz. Drummer Boy drums for Grover. But then there's fucking, what the fuck? Yeah, there's some scenes from a Biggie movie, and then Renee. This is the scene where I thought it was cool because it shows Renee and he's explaining his job, what he does and everything. And it's basically a shooting range, and he's fucking shoveling fucking pellets and shit.
Scraping up pellets.
And he sells them back.
Separating them, cleaning them, polishing them, and then selling them back to reloaders.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's basically like sweeping up horse shit to sell to somebody for manure. I mean, that's just, it's literally, he was like, you could come out there for 5 hours and get 1,000 pounds. It's just not that hard. But now, not so much anymore, because they don't shoot as much. But yeah, at one time, you can tell he was getting pretty desperate.
Yeah. Hey,
I mean,
you know what? Fucking doing what it took.
Live in your little trailer, live your Sasquatch life, brother. That's what you wanted. Some people don't need a big ass house. I don't need a big ass house. Screw a big ass house. Who wants to clean that shit? I don't. I like my little ass house because it takes like an hour and I'm done, you know?
Yeah.
Moving right along.
Moving right along to Bigfoot days. And they interview this founder, right? And then this guy's talking. He's the guy that started this whole Bigfoot days in, I don't know what the fuck, Mutchakuk town. I don't know what the fuck it was called. Mutchakuk? What did I just fucking say? Holy fuck. But anyway, so these kids, there's like a scene where there's like all these kids and they're walking and they're holding a coffin and you're just like, holy shit. And then it's fucking Hank. It's early Hank.
It's early Hank. Yeah.
And he's in a coffin. He's dead. He's not feeling too good at the moment. And then they cut, and there's like this British movie. It's got to be about some kind of ape man because of the context of the conversation they were having and everything. But this British movie, they're fucking talking, and the dude was just funny. It was like, I don't know what the fuck. They kept cutting to it, but it was just funny, like the things that they were cutting in on. So then it's cutting in between that and the Biggie Days guy talking. And then there's fucking Reverend Look at my balls. That fucking, this is the only, I think this is the only negative thing I can fucking say about this documentary.
Reverend, here's my nuts.
Reverend Look at my nuts is like, there's literally 3 minutes of this guy talking, and he's literally just spread open with fucking some small shorts. He's just like, it's titled Reverend. He's just like, look at my nuts. I don't even know what the fuck he was talking about because I looked away. I was just like, God, and every time I looked back, he was still in the same position. Who the fuck shot this movie thought that was a fucking good position to put this guy in when he's talking about Bigfoot? I don't fucking understand, but maybe it was for the ladies. You know, you gotta give the ladies something. I don't know. Dangle some fucking old guy's balls.
Dangle some balls in your face, you know.
And then there's this little cute old lady talking about how Bigfoot ate her dogs.
Ate them. Put a little hot sauce on her tail and just ate them. It was yummy.
Yeah.
Good shit.
She didn't seem too fucking bummed about
she
it.
didn't seem upset about it at all. Yep. Bigfoot come right up in the yard, just ate them dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, that's the only thing could have been.
Yeah. We looked all over the country for it.
We looked all over.
So then there's
been
this,
that, but I'm saying it's great.
I don't know the fucking kid's name, and I know Cameron will pop up with it, but it was this kid researcher, and he's talking, and then you find out that like he's like Burns' apprentice, and you know how there can only be two Sith and everything, you know, a master and an apprentice.
That's right. One master, one apprentice. Which one did we kill?
Yeah,
we'll soon find out.
So Burns training this kid, you know, the fucking dark side Jedi way, I guess. And they're out in the woods going on campouts every fucking summer or some shit, the way the kid talks. And the kid's like leaves it with a question like, does Bigfoot maybe live in the cave systems under the ground and shit like that?
Right. And Peter Burns was like, well, maybe. You know, winter is one thing that's got us confused, and it still does. I mean, we don't know where our Bigfoot go in the wintertime up here.
Yeah, and
there's this. That's one of the things we're still trying to figure out. Because it's wintertime, and it sucks. Who the hell wants to be out when it's like -8? I mean, that's literally where our research area gets from like October until May. It's like sub-zero temperatures up there. Who the hell wants to hang out in that?
Right. Unless you get off on being cold.
Well, you know, she only likes
snowboarders. Necrophiliacs.
That's right. I gotta lay in a bath of ice for 20 minutes before she'll have sex with me.
Hillbillies.
You got a party mouth.
Mutated penguins.
There it is. Our deliverance moment of the show.
Bong, 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 bong.
I'm trying, but
I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna.
So let's get this shit wrapped up.
Well, yeah, there's only one half a page left, but this is a scene where the FX guy is twirling his little mustache, and he goes, "You know, it would be cool if I pulled off a hoax. I would
dastardly
take pride in it." And Cameron popped up in my little window here and tried telling me that was Stan Winston. Stan Winston did Alien and everything. That was not Stan Winston.
Stan Winston was the name of the monkey guy.
No,
the guy with the monkey head off. Yeah, that was his name. His name was Stan Winston. He's a famous gorilla guy.
No,
yes,
his name
there can be more than one dude named Stan Winston. There can be more than one dude named Stan Winston. Look, our tattoo is never wrong.
But Jimmerov.
Okay, our kazoo is never wrong.
I'm telling you, his wire was wrong there. Stan
Winston
is
never wrong.
Did Alien and shit.
Well,
like that.
Stan Winston was a famous monkey actor, if I'm not mistaken. He's the gorilla guy that said, "You know, if it's a costume, it's the best costume in the world because I've never seen one that good."
That's the guy in the little brown
the little brown monkey suit. Yeah, Stan Winston.
Yeah, no, his name is like fucking
Billy Boo Jubar. I don't know.
Yeah, some shit like that.
No, we both have it wrong according to Cameron, but he hasn't told us what the right part is.
See?
There were two versions of this. Well, that doesn't help us any. We only watched this version of it, so telling us that there's two versions of it, that does. Giannis. That was Giannis in the fucking monkey suit. That's right.
See? Giannis fucking Sportsenberg or Johansenberg or some shit like that.
Jockenbergen in Bergen. Right off of the Hergens, right next to the Jurgen.
Crikey, you know, shit. But
I live on Harkins, Jurgens, and Bergen. Dude, don't ever go to a Dutch country and ask for directions. Just put in the address in your GPS and pray it doesn't drive you off a cliff. There's literally roads with like 27 letters. Yeah. Street.
If someone's just coming in on this right now, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck are these crackheads talking about?"
Yanis Prohaska.
Prohaska. I was way off with Johannesburg or whatever the fuck I said.
And he wasn't Dutch.
So
I don't know how we got. I don't know how we got to into Holland, but you know, hey, whatever. You never know what you're going to
run. So the Hergenberg Green, John Green's like, you know, he's talking about how he still believes that it's real and everything like that. He has this little interview, and then Byrne, he's talking about, you know, I'm burnt out, which clearly he's not if he's still hanging out at beach.
At 93, he's still doing Bigfoot stuff.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hey, you need money. You don't get a 401k pimping fucking millionaires.
Well, Peter Byrne got burnt. He was collecting like old people money, Social Security, and getting paid to go on Bigfoot expeditions, and the government caught up with his ass and made him pay back like $77,000 or go to jail. I was like, oh, damn, yeah, damn, 77 grand or go to jail. I'll pay the 77. I don't know where I'm getting that money from, but I'm getting it from somewhere. Who buys
Can
kidneys?
I make payments?
Who buys kidneys? I heard they gave me $35,000 for a testicle. I ain't using them anymore, so I'd be down with getting rid of at least one of those. Right. I could probably sell a kidney at this point. My kidneys are pretty clean. A liver, I don't know. That's pretty shot. Do they buy spleens?
I'll sell some fat.
I can sell blood and semen. Well, not mixed together.
Well, unless they party that way. But so then fucking from Byrne saying he's burnt out, his little, you know, apprentice who's going to be the master Sith soon, he says, I ain't giving up. You know, I'm going to rule this shit one day.
That's right. He's like, when everybody else dies, I'm going to be right here. And he was.
Yeah.
But John Green outlived him. Everybody No,
that little kid.
Peter Byrne's the last one living.
Yeah. And then from there, Renee, he's basically saying everybody doesn't know shit, and he's not sharing his shit. He's not giving it to anyone. Yeah. Fuck everyone.
Yeah. Well, that didn't end up happening. His notebooks and things were actually passed on to another Squatcher, and they are in the hands of useful people. But that was one of the things I didn't like about him as one of the original four was he was like that. He was like, yeah, you come into you come in to want to help, but you don't bring anything with you, so I'm not going to share anything with. Then you're not trying to help advance the topic of anything. You're not trying to help the advance of studying of anything. You're just being a crotchety old fucker who wants to be the king of shit. That's fine. Keep your stuff and be the king of shit, but don't act like you're trying to help the advancement for the search of Sasquatch if you're not willing to fucking share your results with anybody. Nobody learns anything by you being a dickhead. That's kind of what I took from that.
So Cameron's buzzing in my little ear, and he's, I think, sending me a link to a different video of Stan Winston in Sasquatch Odyssey because he's trying to prove his point. But Stan Winston is not the little curly red-headed freaking guy is what I'm talking about.
No, he's not. And we're cool with that. We
didn't see Stan Winston.
We'll check those links out later.
Yeah, so we'll look at it there.
Let's get this shit wrapped up.
Right? And so right after this, Drummer Boy cries. Literally, you see tears, and he's talking about everybody's going to die soon. You know, he's like, fuck, Renee's going to die. Green's going to die. You know, fuck. You know, I think he jinxed them all. And then fucking, so then he starts questioning, like, where's Biggie? Where's this? Where's the proof? Where's all this? You know, and then fucking, this fucking white beard guy, I don't know who the fuck he was, looked like Kenny Loggins, But he came in a few times and said some shit, but he's basically giving you the secret, like, law of attraction feel, like, if you think Bigfoot's out there, then he's out there. Kind of a feel like, so he ends it with that, and then they end it with the, whole Biggie rock band that you saw earlier. The credits start rolling.
Right.
But then, like, 15 seconds of the credits rolling, they cut to Renee, and, like, that's when he says, let's fucking find the thing first, and let's talk about it, you bitches. And he's like, I'm turning the fucking lights off, and he shuts the fucking power off. He's like, end of
That's
show.
right, end of show. I'm tired of talking to people.
Yeah, he's like,
Get
out
are
now.
you gonna go out there and meet with Mikey and them? He's like, no, and he goes walking his ass up to his room. He was done. He was just done. By the time that interview was over, the Hendon was done. He was like, over. And thank you for playing. Are you or are you not a douchebag? I'm definitely giving this one 2 thumbs up. Thank you, Cameron.
Yeah.
I'm glad we were finally able to see it. I have seen this before. I've seen it several times before. I'm glad that we've got it back onto the show now. But yeah, definitely go watch it. There's a link in the Squatchers Lounge. It's on YouTube. Check it out. It was a fun watch. I mean, it's like an hour, 9 minutes or something on YouTube. What are you thinking, Wes?
I give it a 10, a fucking 10. No, yeah, like, this is, I usually have a bunch of negative shit to say, and I think it was just Reverend look at my balls. That was the fucking
and
problem
leprosity.
that I
have had sex with 500 Sasquatches in my mind.
Yeah, that fucking weird ass fucking guy. But the way that they handled the woo by basically chiming in and saying, nah, these guys are fucking wackadoos. I like it, like, so I'm down with Sasquatch Odyssey. Definitely watch it. Watch both versions. Apparently, there's one with Stan Winston.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we thank everybody for watching us. This has been
promoted in the fucking after hangout right now, so I gotta get all my jabs in now. Because he's going to come in with the facts and blast it.
That's right. We're going to have the usual after show hangout, so catch us on Facebook and send me a message if you want to be part of that. And we want to thank everybody for watching, and may the Squatch be with you. Until next week, when we review something else that makes y'all shit and giggle or giggle
Not
and shit.
next week.
No, that's right. Not next week. That's right. Wes is on the road next week, so catch us in 2 weeks. Catch us in 2 weeks, and we'll try and make you shit and giggle or giggle and shit.
Or maybe we'll introduce Stan Winston.
It's all shits and giggles until somebody giggles and shits.
And then they giggle because they shit.
I just learned
giggle
that a Chile rainbow is a really thing. A Chilean rainbow is a Cleveland steamer crossed with a Portuguese breakfast. Yeah, check it out.